Hello, my name is Kenny Peterson Ross. I am here today joined by James Smith. He is a community leader, deacon of his church. He works hard for the city of Milwaukee. He has received the Unsung Hero Award from Northwest Side Community Development Commission, Safe and Sound, sixth District Difference Maker Award as well. He is a father of four children, an entrepreneur, and holds four degrees, including business. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Nice to
Pleasure
meet
to
you.
have you.
Okay.
First question. So what kind of work do you do
Oh,
around Milwaukee?
I work for the city of Milwaukee, with DPW, Department of Public Works.
Yeah.
I am a supervisor for the city of Milwaukee. I supervise people who is on concrete and asphalt. We repair, the streets of Milwaukee.
Hmm,
Maintenance the streets.
cool. Um, so I've seen a lot of your stuff from what I
High
looked into.
school, I went to college and I was into computer science.
Hmm, wow. That was that like something you enjoyed doing? What did and did it lead into anything else that you're like
Y-
so glad I stepped
Yes,
into that field?
yes. I was. I mean, I was into. I was like more like a electronic type person.
Hmm.
So anything deal with computers or anything like that. I was into. So, I had when I was going to high school, I learned when it was the base I mean, do a COBOL Fortran. We had to program. We had to take cars and put them in, and we had to program and send them to the sorter machine and print them out. That was the original. Back in the day, back in the '70s, when they didn't have all this, Microsoft stuff yet. So
Yeah.
as I came up, you know what I'm saying, all that came about. I get to the point I start rebuilding computers. I put in the software and hardware, not the motherboards and all of the hard drive stuff, memories. So that was a hobby that I learned from doing computers.
Hmm. Then I guess I was kind of wondering like what made you, I guess, once. So you were in computer science at first. What made you kind of drift over to like the other degrees as well? Because you have a pretty
Well,
big
I was
repertoire.
well, yes. I got degrees in I have a applied science degree in diesel mechanic, applied science degrees in auto mechanic. Also, I had got a social arts degree in general education, and from the diesel and the auto mechanic, I was a school bus mechanic.
Hmm.
So I used those degrees to be a school bus mechanic. So I was that for a while as well. Fixed on school buses and diesel engines and stuff like that, and automotives.
Hmm. Do you feel like any of those kind of led you into what you're doing now?
Well, it well actually that actually um I got into community outreach stuff.
Yeah.
I got into that, when I started, participating in neighborhoods activity stuff, when I seeing people that, who needed help in the community, like homeless peoples and people who didn't have families, stuff like that, they needed help, stuff like that. So that got me involved into the community, trying to see what I can do for the youth and the senior citizen as well, and the
Yeah.
homeless.
You really wanted to, because some people just see all this happening and they're like, oh, I'll give to charity, I'll throw some stuff around. Very few people do what you do and really make a time commitment.
Well, I mean, actually, is was the drugs problems in the community,
Mhm.
and when the drugs got to the point that it started getting to the youths, you have a lot of teenagers out here is on drugs really bad. I mean, really bad. So, and by me seeing all these teenagers and out here being homeless and out here on the streets, trying to get money for a drug, that kind of fell from my heart, and so I wanted to get into the community to help these peoples trying to get
Mm.
help and trying to get some resources, trying to get them, some help off the streets.
Mm. And
So I see. So when the drug dynamic got really big and got into the youth, because a long time ago you just seen older people doing it, drinking and doing drugs. It was older people, but now it's the opposite.
so, like, what kind of events did you first start off getting into?
To the church, where into the church, and in the church we would go out and do outreach
Mhm.
to the community. So that's part of our community service as well, where we do outreach, trying to go to people and walk the streets, talking to people on the streets, trying to get them like lunch, food bags, or trying to talk to them, trying to get them trying to get them information about resources where they can get help and stuff like that. So it was a lot of outreach
Yeah.
from the church.
Did you find it challenging at times to balance that and like a full-time job?
No, that was more of a part-time thing, because we do volunteer, you don't get paid for doing volunteer, so
Yeah.
you got to have a real job.
Yeah.
So I mean, so I did most of that on my free time when I was able to, like stuff like that. So I give a lot to the community, trying to, like I said, do a lot of outreach and then trying to get involved in these other organizations, trying to like work at the food banks, and work at the where we serve food to the homeless, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, stuff like that. So I've been involved in all these different programs, trying to help the community as I move along. And plus, I did most of this in Chicago. I'm originally from Chicago,
Mm.
so I did most of this is in Chicago. So when I came to Milwaukee, so so it's kind of uh, when I moved into a certain neighborhood, I had found out who was the block captain was. There was no block captain, so I had made myself a block captain, and start going to community stuff in the areas, trying to do block parties, try to help the people in the neighborhood again, try to do block parties and trying to get to know the neighbors, and trying to, so we can all work together as a team, trying to help our community. And not only that, but again, go out and do outreach and trying to help people who is not fortunate. Supposed to like these youth is the biggest problem, because as you know, the youth is our future. So if we don't have the youth, we're gonna have a serious problem, down down the line.
Yeah.
Have a different story. And I just want to add also, um, at my job for the city of Milwaukee, as a supervisor, I also mentor new people coming in that who have never had a job before.
Mhm.
So I had to deal with all type of personalities of all kinds, because you get somebody just getting into the workforce, never took orders from nobody, never anything. So it's like new to them. So I had to teach them, talk to them, and train them how to be more productive and how to be responsible and plus independent.
Mhm. So that's something you want to teach the youth. Is there anything, like, if you could just give them like one piece of advice you wish you had at, like, say my age or younger, what would it be?
Well, my advice is, my number one advice for any of them is that I would ask them, do they know about God? First of all, do they believe in God, or do they believe in Jesus Christ, or
Mhm.
do they have any type of religion? And if they don't, then I would introduce them about praying and asking God for help, because God is the one who can really help you. I can only can do so much. I can introduce you to God, and God will take it from there.
Mhm.
So I try to get them, teach them how to pray and ask for God for help rather than people's. I'm saying because so I try to get them that spiritual thing first, because that's the main thing they need in their life is a spiritual thing. They have to believe in something in order for somebody to help them. And I say God is the only way that you're going to get help, from asking Jesus Christ for help. So that's my number one thing right there when it comes for help. After that, then like I said, I talked to them about how they can get help, what type of resource that I can help them with, or show them, get them a, a right direction. And plus, one of my advice is to all of them. I say, can't nobody help you but yourself, because I mean, because if I put you in something somewhere and but you didn't do it on your own, it's not going to work. So you have to want to get help. You have to want to stop. This has to come from within yourself. That's the first thing. If you really want to get help, you have to want to stop, and you want to get help. That's where to start first.
Mhm.
So I teach them that first before anything.
Hmm. Nice. And you've talked about like directing people towards like these like groups and stuff that you help out with. Like what kind of events or organizations do you work in within the community?
Well, before I came to before we had formed 5 Point Neighborhood Association, we was all just neighborhood individual block captains and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And then we all came together as a force, and plus we formed 5 Point Neighborhood Association as a group to so we can so if we can work together, because if we work together we can
Hmm.
be a bigger force, and plus we can help more peoples.
Yeah.
Not just I'm saying, so that's why you don't see neighborhood just neighborhood block peoples no more. It's all about organization. Before we even formed this here 5 Point Association,
Hmm.
I was already working with other organizations, like I was working with a Sherman Park Neighborhood Association. I've been working with East Shack organization way back in the days.
Hmm.
I mean, these organizations that go way, way back. So I started off with them. And but I'm sure Shai know about, East Shack and Sherman Park, all those different people, stuff like that. Though is the backbone peoples, back in the days, that who was doing this for community, helping the communities, helping the youth and the senior citizen, and
Hmm.
also, forming places where they can come and get help, and plus also play games.
Yeah. Are there any of these events that you or organizations that you really like in particular?
What I do, I am my what I do, I am the youth and senior citizen coordinator.
Hmm.
I coordinate activities for youth and senior citizens.
Hmm.
So what I do, I get together with other people's. I have a little team. Uh, we used to uh, we used to college students, the UWM students, stuff like that, or either the people in the neighborhood. It doesn't matter. I form a team, and we get together, and we sit back and figure out what can we do to get these kids off the streets. What can we do to get these senior citizens motivated and active rather than being at home? That's just my that's what we sit back and uh a brainstorm on.
Hmm.
So what we do, so we come up with different stuff. Like I say, okay, let's take a basic roller skating. Okay, so we form. So we come up with flyers, said who I want to go roller skating in the neighborhood. So and people sign up, and then and if we get so many of them, then we go rent the buses and take them to roller skating, take them there and bring them back. The fee we charge is includes the skating, the food, and the ride back home there.
Hmm.
$15 there and back. know what I'm saying? So also that's one of the things. Also, I do talent shows too. So I had got grants for doing uh basic talent shows because I said it's a lot of kids out here they have talent. And so I try to do a talent show for the youth so they can bring their talent out. They can sing, they can play instrument, or they can do speeches or anything like that. Whatever talent they have, we're going to do a talent show so they can come there and show their talent. And plus also we have prizes for them to win. So
Yeah.
like that. So talent shows, that is for the youth. I do as you heard earlier, a lot of people don't have money for school supply or either they run out of school supply. So every year I do a back to school giveaway book bag with school supply in it. It's
Hmm.
already loaded up already with all the school supplies from fifth grade all the way up to eighth grade.
Mhm.
This year, we gave out this year we gave out like almost close to 200 book bags with school supplies. Last year we did about 180, something like that. But we can get from the donation from the Salvation Army. They donate all of the school supplies, stuff like that. So, you know, um, do a lot of outreach stuff to get free stuff. And for the senior citizen, we do bingo event
Mhm.
at the Clinton Road Center on King Drive. We do bingo events. So bingo event what we do is we hold a bingo event where we give out prizes, gift cards, and plus also we serve food. So we serve food there, and plus they win gift cards and prizes and all kind of stuff. Matter of fact, I got another one coming up for this Thanksgiving bingo thing for this year for the Clinton Road Center. That's what we're working on right now. Another bingo event for the senior citizen, and plus they can't wait till we come back every year. Sometimes we do it 2 times a year. We do it for Mother's Day and we do it for Thanksgiving.
Hmm. Do you feel like this, like, like really helps them out a lot to, like, go to these bingo nights and kind of like compete with each other?
They love it. I mean, when I went there last week and told them I'm doing another bingo, they said they can't wait. I mean, they because you got some people do bingo events, but I do a excitement bingo event. You got some people just do regular bingo, but I put excitement. We take the karaoke machines out there playing music for them. I'm saying, doing all type of special raffles and games, and you got food going on. That's a excitement bingo.
Sounds
And
fun.
last year we gave out Thanksgiving food baskets along with the bingo event. A a basketball tournament out there.
Hmm.
So when how class come to the gym and they have a basic gym time to come in for each period. So for all the periods they came in, we did a tournament with each one of those uh, 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 basic classes came in there. We did like what you call a shootout,
Mhm.
who can dribble, who can. It was like different type of things that they can do, and plus whoever win, we gave them a trophy.
Oh,
Anytime,
rewards.
anytime you have a competition or anytime you have any type of competition in a school, and plus it's involved kids to show their talent or show what they can do to win. That is excitement to them because they was all excited. They were like lined up, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So so the time we introduce ourselves, you say we 5 Point Neighborhood Association. We here to do a a basketball shootout. So whoever uh, shoot the most, shots at the lines, or
Yeah.
who could who could dribble this, or who could. I'm saying it was like different type of games we was doing with them. So and plus, they was excited. I mean, the guys, the guys and boys. So if the females and guys, they had involved in those tournaments.
And I can see that because yeah, even when I was that age, and even now, I still have a competitive streak. In all honesty, I do love like to compete, and yeah, I can see why that would mean so much to somebody just to like be able to do that
Yes,
and get the
yeah.
possibility to
I
win.
mean, and plus, when you give them that little trophy, that means a lot to them. Just winning something, so they can show off to their classmate. Hey, I
Yeah,
came in first place. They take it
yeah,
home to their parents. Mom, I came in first place at the. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it moves on. It also is motivate them to want to keep going. If they feel, hey, if I can do this, I can do. I can. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what's it's on their mind?
yeah. No, that you're right. Like going back to what you said, do it. Teach them to do it themselves.
That's right. That's right. Uh, get them confidence. Give them confidence on, on something themselves, and say, give them confidence that they can do this. The best reward I get is from God.
Mhm.
So, so what I do for people is I don't ask for anything. We just give, and plus hope that we can help. We can save somebody or help somebody, because my rewards come from God. So
Mhm.
I look at it like that. So I don't worry about whatever certificate I give or whatever they give me from doing what I'm doing. That's paper, but the best thing come from God.
Mhm.
That's where your blessings come from. Always remember that. That's where your blessings always come from when you help other people's.
Mhm.
You do not want to teach anyone to be handicapped.
Mhm.
And but you know what that means, being handicapped, right?
Yeah.
It's like relying on other people's and not yourself.
Mhm.
Cause if people rely on other people, then they feel that they ain't got to do anything. It kills their motivation
Mhm.
because they're gonna rely on you to do everything. So you have to teach them how to be independent. Tough
Yeah.
love. Otherwise, if you ain't here, who going to take care? Who going to take care of you?
Mhm.
You have to know how to be independent to take care of yourself.
Going off though, yeah, I guess the experience stuff. Would you? Is there anything you experienced in your life like you kind of had to learn the hard way that you would give advice to people now and say, "Hey, I learned the hard way. This is the advice I'm giving you. Don't repeat what I did."
Well, I mean, learn a hobby bike. The main thing that you do not want to get in trouble with the law, first of all,
Hmm.
because you don't want to ruin your your being having a clean record is like having good credit.
Yeah.
I mean, be honest with you, if you have a clean record, that means that you can you can do whatever you can be wherever you want to be without saying, hey, he got a felony on his record, or he got a misdemeanor on his record. A clean record and a good credit report, you got the top credit report. That's like just sign and go, right?
It is.
Okay, then your clean record is like sign and go till you can go far as you want to go without being somebody saying, oh well, you got this on your record.
Yeah.
So I advise people is avoid getting in trouble, avoid getting in trouble with the law or whatever. So I teach them about. Take advantage of your clean record and take advantage of having good credit, because those
Hmm.
two things is going to take you a long way, along with your education.
Hmm.
Because the more education that you have, the more power you have. Education is power.
Would you? I guess like then I think I've kind of touched on this a little before, but again, given that context, like, what is your best advice given like this whole context? Like, what would you say to kids who are like going through high school, going through college right now, who are kind of like, you know, in situations where they, might be hanging with the wrong crowd or they might be making choices they shouldn't?
Well, what I do when I do my little prep talk, I tell people, I said, first of all, a person can't a person can't force you to do anything unless you want to do it. I'm saying
Mhm.
otherwise, so you can only blame yourself for whatever decision you make. Uh, you have you have the freedom of choice of making your own decision. So basically, I said whatever that y'all decide to do or whatever y'all wants to be, y'all have to be self motivated.
Mhm.
Uh, I mean that's why you have a lot of people trying to encourage people trying to be motivated. So sometimes you got to help them to get motivated by getting them involved in things. So you can tell them a whole lot which way to go and which way to or what to do. I give you a prime example. A parent that raised their kids up to be excellent kids, loving kids. I mean, taught them everything they could to be the great kid. But when they go out that door, that's their own brain. What they go out, you hope they take your advice or take your teaching, what you taught them to make the right decision. But as you know better than anybody, when you go out that door, you're gonna get around certain people and make your own decision and say, well, I know my mom said this, but I chose to do this. I chose to do that. No matter
Mhm.
how good of what they taught you, you're going to make your own decision once you go out that door. And plus, and only thing that the parent can do is hope they listen and apply that. And a lot of them don't do that. They go out there and they just do what they want to do
Right.
because of what's called freedom of choice.
Going off what you said though earlier, so would you say that you would encourage parents to get kids involved in activities or sports or stuff like that at a young age so they can kind of find their passions and foster those passions?
Right, exactly. I mean, it could be. I mean, it could be any. It don't have to be just sports. It could be because God gave everybody a different talent, but you have to just realize what it is.
Mm.
Well, my gift is always my thing is helping other people.
Mhm.
That's what I do all the time. I feel. I mean, my if I could help one, if I could save one person's life doing something, I had achieved a great deal.
Mhm.
So my thing is always trying to help other people, and then that is what I do at work, after work.
Yeah. What would be something you'd say or advice you'd give to someone who is trying to follow, say, in your footsteps, or who just wants to make a difference in their community or wants to help their community? What advice would you give to that person if they came to you?
I tell people to say if you doesn't like what's going on in your community, y'all can make a change. So I talk to the group like this here. If y'all feel that y'all don't like what's going in your community and y'all want to make a change, I advise y'all to join our organization, Five Point Neighborhood Association, so that you can do more outreach to help other peoples and plus share your story, talk to your friends, so that so let them know what we're doing, so they can come and join us and help us. That is the ultimate thing right there because I tell people don't talk about it, be about it.
Mhm.
So
That's
so
good.
so don't talk about. I said don't talk about. But if you feel that you want something to change in your neighborhood, get involved and
Mhm.
plus help. Let's make that change together, rather than talking about it. Because talking about it ain't gonna solve nothing. Doing something about it is it's all about action.
Mm. I completely agree. Actions speak louder than words.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I think we'll conclude the interview here. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to do this. I have found this very fun, and I feel like I definitely enjoyed what I've learned and heard from you
Wow.
today.
Great. Thank you for having me, and hope that we can do this again.
I'd love to.
Okay. Have a nice day.